Neil McCoy, Kicks 105.5, a great day to you. I'm Sean. You want to just go ahead and...
Didn't give me a chance to get
Wait,
ready.
hold on here. There, I'll get back at you for that one. What are you killing me, Mike? What are you doing, man?
I love Neil McCoy.
Mike Barrett, Barrett Insurance Agency, joining us this morning, as he does every hump day, about 10 minutes till 8 o'clock, or whenever he shows up. It's good policies. Mike Barrett, last week we discussed...
Something very exciting.
something very exciting, cement pads for oil tanks. And
Yes.
I did pass that information along. Didn't hear any response, so I'm assuming that Bruce will get right on that. And we discussed the fact that you have to have the pad, but you don't have to have an awning. And you said, yeah, probably in the years to come, they'll probably make that a law also for insuring your home. But it was an important thing. Why did this legislation all of a sudden come through? Too many people's tanks tipping over and snapping?
I don't know. I honestly don't. I mean, I would assume that's the backstory.
Mushy ground?
Yeah,
around
I mean, we're
people's
in
foundation?
Vermont, so I mean, you can't. You have to put footings under everything else. Why not an oil tank?
Grandma, stand still. I've got to retrofit.
And we had a lot of calls last week about that. People asking about it. And then one of the companies in the area, my uncle had heard it, so he'd called them, and I guess he was like the fourth caller that morning that was inquiring about it. So
see, we're the hot topic right here.
No,
good policies. Mike Barrett, Barrett Insurance Agency.
We hit a nerve last week.
Is that something that is frequently done where a law or something new will pass? And as far as if I'm in homeowner and you're the insurer, do you call me directly? Do we just get a quick email, or is it something that I wait to hear it in the news or something? Then I contact you?
We are in no way responsible for notifying you as an insured of a law that could impact you. That's really
kind of stupid to me.
But we're not the state. We're just the insurance company.
I get that. How many people? Give me a ballpark. How many people are you insuring?
1.5 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
is that close enough?
No, that's fine.
Okay, good.
In 1.5 million, it's probably best to do a radio show, which you do.
Sure.
Or put it on like Facebook, YouTube, and what have you. But really, honestly, you do not have the necessity, nor do you, actually call or send an email to all of your people and say, hey, this is something going on. So this could be a complete surprise when you go out for an inspection.
Yes.
Or to go talk to somebody, because it's not like you just go, oh, well, I'll order a pad tomorrow. That's like a process.
It is a process. Either there's money involved that you may not have readily available.
I would imagine it's not cheap either. It's got to be a couple $100.
Easily.
Even for just a little 6x6 or whatever is necessary.
Right. Well, let's talk about another law real quick.
Okay.
Vermont's essential maintenance practice.
I don't even know what that means.
Another very exciting discussion this morning. I'm glad you're sitting down.
Hold on.
And it's one that I know that's near and dear to your heart because I know you ate a lot of lead chips as a kid.
Oh, yes.
So it's the lead paint law in Vermont.
I actually saw my neighbors are doing a full redo of their old colonial home in Lindenville. And they've got a group of like 6 guys on ladders with hazmat suits. They've been chipping away at that. I licked a lot of windowsills when I was a child in lead homes. And
You've led a long and interesting life.
I'm in great health.
You are the epitome.
Step aside, Richard Simmons. There's a new fat man in town.
But there's actually 2 different lead things to talk about. So the EMP, the Essential Maintenance Practice, that is a Vermont law that's for any property that is a rental.
I'm a rental.
Yes.
And all I had to do was sign a paper saying that I'm aware of the fact that this home is old and has lead in it.
Right. And once a year, an EMP certified inspector, which could be anybody. A lot of the landlords in the area have themselves become EMP inspectors because they can take the course and get the certification, which is fairly easy, I suspect.
And not
but they have to look through the property, encapsulate any area that lead could be becoming exposed or chipping or flaking. So that is a regular thing, and I cannot tell you how many people who are landlords that I've come across that have never heard of EMP.
I don't think mine has, and I've been there for 3 years. Never had a guy come over and say, do you mind if I just kind of look at your lead? But that's really strange. I mean,
Yeah. I don't know
and-
if they do a full walk through the entire home. I don't know the mechanism of the process, but I do know that once a year they're supposed to do an EMP. That EMP is supposed to have a couple of copies of it once it's completed. One copy, interestingly enough, comes to us, and that's part of the rule. Another copy goes to the tenants. A posting is supposed to be up for the tenants, and then I believe another one goes to the state.
wow.
Yeah.
Don't think that's ever occurred.
There's not really an enforcement mechanism for that. That's one of the interesting things. And then you're talking about the lead abatement law, of course, that requires almost like a hazmat setup to properly dispose of it.
Back up a notch. So
Sure.
you're saying that this is inside and outside?
It's lead.
You
I don't know.
get the lead out.
I mean, it could be anywhere. I mean,
Right.
typically lead, most common lead paint is
I
found
don't
around
care-
windowsills for chipping. So
Yeah, I don't
and it
care
could
if
just
my
be
neighbors
exterior.
are licking my house. I care if, like, my grandson is licking my windowsill. So
Right.
I obviously take care of inside my home, but I don't do anything on the outside.
I believe it really would be onto the landlord. This is just me making a safe assumption, or a fairly safe assumption. I believe it's a walkthrough. I believe it's an entire process. I would believe so. I can go back to the office. But I'm usually the person who notifies. I've had people go and say, you know what, we're going to buy an apartment building. We've never owned an apartment building before. I'll say, well, was it built prior to I think it's 1978. Anything prior to 1978 has to have the EMP process. And so I'll send them the documentation, and they'll go, whoa. I've had landlords 30 years owning buildings. Send them the documentation. Whoa. You know, so there's not a great mechanism out there to let people know things. Apparently, mechanism is my
Word
word
for
of the
the
day.
day.
Yeah. Thank you.
So you have to have somebody who is EMP certified
Yes.
to do this walkthrough. Do you know anybody?
There's a list that I've had. I don't know how
Okay.
up to date it is, but I do have a list. State of Vermont, I believe, maintains a list, and you can actually get a lot of this lead information from the state of Vermont's
Well,
website.
no, that's what I'm thinking is I should take the class and make some money. If it's something that somebody's charging $300, $400
I don't
for,
believe it's anywhere near that expensive. So
I can charge $300 or $400.
price yourself right
Yeah,
out of the market.
because I'm a lead expert, unlike this other guy here.
He's a lead connoisseur.
Put your name on the contract.
So
yeah.
there are plenty of things, you know, in addition to the oil tank. And I suspect over time, more and more things that we as insurance companies or agents and insurance companies on their behalf are enforcing that will eventually lead to laws or code put in Vermont. I mean, it's probable. It's very probable.
Very.
So
If you'd like to have a conversation about things that you may not know that you need to know, you need to get yourself a better insurance carrier, or you just have a couple of questions that Mike's more than happy to answer anytime. Barrett Insurance Agency, you can catch him by calling.
748-5224. Visit our website, thebarrettagency.com. We're on YouTube, Google+, and what's the other one? Facebook at Barrett Insurance Agency. And like last week, I will post additional information on the lead paint discussion on EMP this morning.
All right. I was going to say, is that
On
the
our Facebook
shortest
page.
we've ever been? And then I looked and went, no.
No, we went long.